Please subscribe.
Outline. The Ioniq was propelled with a half-and-half model before developing to incorporate an EV and, at long last, a module crossover. Each of the three variations have intrigued us with their eco-friendliness, affable driving character, and, on account of the EV model, usable electric range. We're not prepared to kneel at this time. The Ioniq keeps away from ordinary mixture rambling by selecting a conventional program transmission rather than a constantly factor program transmission (CVT), yet its half-and-half powertrains could in any case utilize some refinement. Likewise, neither the module nor the EV can coordinate the best in their group for range, yet a well-bundled inside and trick-free outside plan help to facilitate a portion of our misgivings. What's going on for 2019? The 2019 Ioniq is essentially a persist model that includes a few new highlights. A driver consideration screen and programmed high-bar headlights are new alternatives. Computerized crisis braking is presently standard on the cell model. Alongside the additional driver help innovation, the Ioniq has a refreshed voice acknowledgment framework. The batteries charged on the EV module crossbreed would now be able to be overseen remotely from a cell phone application, which is standard on the two models. Hyundai Ioniq pricing and which one to buy. Half-and-half, $23,285. Module half-and-half, $26,235. Electric, $30,700. The Ioniq Electric's 124-mile range isn't sufficient to make it aggressive against any semblance of the Chevrolet Bolt EV, and it's too hard to even consider keeping the module model in EV mode for our taste. Rather, we'd pick the half-breed model, which acquires incredible efficiency appraisals with few trade-offs. The Bass half-and-half trim, called Blue, is a decent decision for scrimpers. We'd pick the $25,085 mid-level cell trim, which includes, among different highlights, robotized crisis braking, vulnerable side observing and back cross-traffic alert, warmed front seats with driver lumbar help, and LED brake lights. Powertrain, charging, and performance. Preferences: transmission evades motor rambling, accessible or shifters. Aversions: all models need speed, negligible regenerative braking. The Ioniq mixture isn't speedy, requiring 8.9 seconds to quicken from 0 to 60 miles per hour. Move timing isn't impeccable in eco mode. The transmission delays excessively long to downshift when you need to quicken. The Ioniq EV doesn't feel as zippy as the Bolt from stop, constraining the driver to plunge further into the throttle to accomplish the moment zoom that makes EVs so engaging. The module half-breed Ioniq's blend of a 1.6-liter motor, electric engine, and 6-speed double-grip program transmission will be recognizable to enthusiasts of the Ioniq and its cousin, the Kia Niro. Fortunately, the module Ioniq charges rapidly at a 240-volt outlet, requiring more than 2 hours to re-establish full charge. In the event that a 120-volt outlet is such as accessible, a full charge will take somewhat under 9 hours. The Ioniq stands its ground on breathtaking streets, reacting dependably to directing data sources and keeping up a firm hold out and about. Whenever pushed hard in corners, the body inclines, yet generally the vehicle feels steady and equipped in practically every circumstance. Agreeably amazing are its made-right and loosened-up through-weight habits. The Ioniq EV has guiding wheel paddles that you can use to tweak the degree of regenerative braking, enabling drivers to surmise the one-pedal driving style that Tesla has promoted among EV cognoscenti. Mileage, driving range and real-world MPG. The Bass Ioniq Blue model is the most eco-friendly crossbreed available. The Ioniq Limited we tried fell 2 miles per gallon shy of its EPA gauge during our test. However, it's as yet one of only a couple of vehicles we've tried that have topped 50 miles per gallon. The Ioniq Electric is evaluated at 124 miles of EVgo, with an EPA-assessed 115 in the city and 122 on the parkway, making it more productive than numerous EV contenders. The Ioniq have absolved itself very well on our 200-mile interstate test course, beating its EPA expressway rating by 1 inch and falling 10 miles shy of the EPA's cited parkway run. The module variation is appraised by the EPA to give up to 29 miles of joint electric driving extent. In our true testing, the module did about just as its nearest rivals in our arrangement of interstate tests, yet it neglected to satisfy the guarantee of its EPA evaluations. Inside, infotainment, and cargo preferences, interior structure maintains a strategic distance from melodrama, attractive standard highlights, noteworthy lightweight baggage limit. Abhorrences, unremarkable large materials, no crossover explicit infotainment highlights, module's battery pack diminishes payload space. The Ioniq's lodge is agreeable and alluring even in base trim, and it very well may be well delegated in progressively costly forms. Adding to its screen are Hyundai-sourced practical materials for the Ioniq's inside, utilizing composites made of sugar stick and volcanic shake. While the back seats won't motivate shock with respect to your travelers, a few contenders offer more space to spread out. Indeed, even base models accompany a 7.0-inch touchscreen infotainment framework, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Helper and USB ports, fancy lodging for a passage-level model. The touchscreen interface is anything but difficult to utilize and performed well in our tests. The Ioniq fits about as much baggage as different individuals from its group and more than some bigger contenders. Inside, cubby stockpiling lingers behind contenders, yet Hyundai has utilized some shrewd traps to expand what space is accessible. The module form surrenders 4 cubic feet of payload space contrasted and a half-breed model. You can accuse the bigger battery pack for the shortage, however it shouldn't be a major issue. Security and driver assistance features. The Ioniq crossover and module half-breed were named a top safety pick by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, IIHS, yet none have been tried by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA. While the passage-level Ioniq half-and-half does not offer any standard driver help highlights, different adaptations can be furnished with a large portion of the present trend-setting innovation. Key well-being highlights include accessible forward crash cautioning and computerized crisis braking, accessible vulnerable side checking and back cross traffic alert, accessible path takeoff cautioning and path keeping help, guarantee and maintenance coverage. Hyundai's superb guarantee is truly outstanding in the business. The Ioniq reinforces it with a lifetime battery guarantee, which means to check worries about costly battery fixes. Restricted guarantee covers 5 years or 60,000 miles. Powertrain guarantee covers 10 years or 100,000 miles. Half-breed segments are secured for a long time or 100,000 miles, lifetime battery guarantee. No complimentary book support.